The future is here, ready or not. We are flying fast into the future. Time is speeding up with Saturn in Aries, and the Lunar New Year is the sign of the fire horse. And we are galloping into our new lives and new communities. With this solar eclipse happening February 17th, tomorrow, in Aquarius, we are entering in this eclipse portal. Hi, if you're new to my channel, hi, I'm Karina, your Healing Arts Astrologer, and I'm here to give you the solar eclipse in Aquarius video. Now, I am a Leo, so this solar eclipse in Aquarius is directly affecting me. I have went through a lot of changes, not only in my groups, but also my matriarch of the family, my papa, passed away. So I'm still processing that. I definitely wanted to get this out. So it is out a little late because I've been so focused on family. So sorry if you're just getting it. I have had a lot of orders for readings. So I am also working on those, and I will get those out as soon as possible. And yeah, this solar eclipse is ruled by Uranus, and Uranus is in Taurus right now, and it will be soon moving into Gemini, and things are just going to accelerate that much faster. Taurus is our fixed earth energy, and this really grounds and focuses the energy on our finances and our resources. So there could have been just unexpected shifts and changes the last 7 years. And there has been this market volatility, but there's also new ways to make money that is being presented with Uranus moving into the sign of Gemini. Now, Gemini is a mutable air sign, so things are going to be moving a lot faster, especially fueled by this fire energy in which we're getting from Saturn and Neptune as they're freshly moved into Aries and are conjunct at this time at 0 degrees, which is a crucial degrees in astrology. We are all feeling this in some area of our life. We are feeling this forward momentum that is flying so quickly, we're having a really hard time grasping the reality of it. Now, this eclipse portal is opening up tomorrow, February 17th, and will be closing at the full moon lunar eclipse in Virgo on March 3rd. And that will be happening early in the morning, like 3:30 a.m. And March of 26 this year, April is when Uranus will move into Gemini, April 25th. So for all those Geminis, you'll definitely feel that feeling of just needing to be free and break away from anything that's restraining you or constraining you, whether that is job, relationships, etc. Now, this year is going to be fueled by this fire energy. Uranus and Taurus has been grounding and stabilizing. Uranus has been making our finances a focus. So we will be feeling the energy full speed ahead this spring. Things will be happening unexpectedly. Now, this year is the fire horse year. And it kind of excites me because before my papa passed away, I asked him what animal he would be returning to communicate with me, or just like so I know that he's around. And my papa said a wild horse. And for sure, I didn't think I would ever see a wild horse. And I'm just like, wow. But I was in Nevada like a week ago, and literally everything had a wild horse on it, because I guess Nevada horses are wild in Nevada. And so that's kind of like their trademark. So I thought, wow, this is really cool. Like, I felt like my dad was really around me. So the year of the fire horse. If you were born in 1966, you are the year of the fire horse. Or if you're born in 1906, and I doubt you're still around. But those were the 2 past years that we had a fire horse year. So you can kind of, like, if you want to do a little research, look back at those dates to see what was happening collectively and maybe come to your own conclusion as to what might happen during the year of the fire horse. I'm going to guess that there is going to be an acceleration in AI, robotics, even like our systems and structures, because now that we have left the sign of Pisces and everything is entering in the brand new sign of Aries, which is spring, that we saw all the systems collapsing. This is bank systems, school systems, we're seeing government systems. All these are just old and they need to be revamped. And so that's what all this Saturn and Neptune energy in Aries is going to help us do, especially the next 2.5 year cycle with Saturn in Aries. We will be building the new world. And then when Saturn moves into Taurus, we will be building our new financial systems. So be prepared for that. In order for things to start anew, we need their things to be crumbling. So we will most likely see something very similar to the 2008 market crash. I think there was like a housing crash and stuff like that. I really kind of see that coming in some way, shape, or form. I feel like there's going to be some new type of systems and ways of living that are very new that we have not seen before. So this fire horse is every 60 years. So if you were born in 1966, you are coming up and ending your Saturn return, your second Saturn return. This is important time for you guys. So with this fire horse energy, it is giving you the momentum. It's giving you the fuel to get things done that you have not accomplished in your life thus far. You're 60. Are you happy with your accomplishments? Are you going to going to be happy with the legacy that you're leaving behind? That's the question for the second Saturn returners. If you want one-on-one coaching with me to help you utilize this next year, your Saturn return year, to make sure that you are having someone holding you accountable to your goals, whether that's writing a book, whether that is fully retiring, whether that is moving or any kind of other goals, maybe building a business, that maybe you're retired and now you want to build a business in your retirement that you have always wanted to build. Hit me up. You can go to lucidlivingmovement.com and schedule with me some coaching. I have different packages, 1 month, 3 month, and 6 month. I'll see you over on my website. So this is it's significant time. This marks a cycle of high momentum, big shifts, courage, rebellion. That's Aquarian. Rapid change. Aquarius and Uranus are unexpected changes and events happening. Eclipses are always unexpected, kind of fated shifts that happen regardless. And during eclipse portals are the times where you have weather patterns. And this is just the physics of how the moon and sun work with the earth. And so usually you're going to find like earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, tsunamis. But with this being in an air and earth sign, it's probably going to be like more wind type things, whether that is like tornadoes or earthquakes, because the full moon eclipse is in Virgo on March 3rd. So prepare. Air is also technology, especially Gemini, which is all about like communication. So make sure to have everything charged, have your backup batteries charged if you have, a generator, or if you don't, you might want to get one, as this year might be full of these kind of glitches or unstable electricity or communication. This fire energy is amplified. Fire is charismatic, it's transformative, and it moves fast. And when you combine fire with the wild, untamed spirit of the horse, you get acceleration. You get movement that refuses to be controlled, because wild horses are wild. They're not tamed. This is the kind of year where you make big moves, whether that's in your business, physical relocation, changing careers, or shifting something major in your relationships. This is not a sit back and wait year like we have been in the watery Pisces energy. It's about momentum. So you can expect to see people leaving their jobs, breaking out of limiting situations, rebranding their identities, and stepping into a more authentic expression of who they are. Businesses will pivot, entrepreneurs will rise, leaders will emerge, and this energy supports self-starters and bold decision makers and artists and astrologers. So that's exciting. I'm excited about this as a Leo. Relationships can ignite quickly under this influence. There can be an intense attraction, a fast bonding, a passionate connections, but just as quickly, they can also burn out. So especially if there isn't any grounding. So fire moves fast, and without direction, it can burn out just as fast as it sparked. And we all know those kind of Venus-Uranus opposition relationships. Now, collectively, we may see risk-taking energy like market volatility, big financial moves, innovation, sudden market shifts, and technological leaps. Okay, this is disruptive, but progressive energy. It pushes things forward. It accelerates timelines. But here's the key. Let me take a sip. I am drinking Earl Grey, my favorite tea right now. So this year encourages action and courage, not impulsivity. So there's a difference. Courage is intentional. Impulsivity is reactive. And the fire needs direction. Otherwise, it just scatters. Now, if you were born, like I said, 1966, or if your baby's born in 2026 after tomorrow, you are a fire horse, and fire horse individuals are extremely charismatic, independent, passion driven, and carry a strong leadership presence. They're magnetic, they're powerful, and they're hard to control. But sometimes the same fire can tip into impulsiveness if not grounded. So we want to make sure that we're grounding. This is a major life check-in point for those born in 1966. Happy birthday, 60th birthday, you're going to be this year. And energetically, this is a powerful moment to ask yourself, have you reached the goals that you set for this lifetime, and have you stepped into who you truly were meant to be? And if not, this is the year to take action. Let this be your breakthrough year. So if you felt like stuck or stagnant, or you've been holding yourself back, this is the energy to push you forward. This is reinventive energy. So upgrade your image, elevate your personal brand, make public moves, create fire under your ass, and hire me as your coach. Now, artists, performers, entrepreneurs, and creators will especially thrive under this frequency. This is a say it and do it, launch it kind of year. So the real question becomes, what are you ready to move forward with? Now let's talk about what to be mindful of. Burnout is real. under this fire horse energy. So impulsive decision making is something to watch for. Ego clashes can surface. Moving too fast without a strategy can create chaos instead of progress. Fire needs direction. So without it, it scatters and exhausts itself. So how do you prepare for the fire horse year? We want to clarify our vision now, which we could totally make vision boards, but get clear on where you're going before momentum starts picking up. Imagine yourself already where you want to be and accepting that as your truth. Thanking the universe for placing you with the right situations, in the right situations with the right people. Strengthen your body because horse energy is physical. So you'll need stamina to keep up. Build your savings if you can, because volatility and rapid shifts can affect finances. And we're already seeing that in Bitcoin. I don't even want to look at my Bitcoin. And practice patience before reacting. Not every spark needs to turn into a wildfire. So this energy is bold, intentional movement, and it's about stepping into your fire energy. Make sure that you're steering your horsies wisely. I'll leave you with this for this fire horse speech is, what are you ready to ignite? What are you ready to leave behind? And what are you finally ready to launch? Because the fire horse year isn't here to keep you comfortable. It's here to move you. So with that being said, let's talk a little bit about some of these aspects. I'm going to pull up the chart so you can see it and we'll go through it together. Okay. Here is the new moon solar eclipse in Aquarius at 28 degrees. Here is our conjunction of Saturn and Neptune at 0 degrees of Aries. Now we want to look at where this is in our chart because this is like a new beginning. It's a place in which that the universe is asking us to mature. Wherever Saturn is will create limitation and kind of restriction. And where Neptune is, it has no boundaries. And so essentially for you to, let's say for you to achieve something, you would need structure. You would need order. You would need, okay, I'm going to plan for A, B, and C on this day, this day, this day. These small steps daily is going to get you to your bigger goal. Now, when you have Neptune in a place that lacks boundaries and being next to Saturn, which creates boundaries and limitations and restrictions, you're getting challenged with being able to set goals and reach them, which can be very frustrating. Even though they're at this beginning point and they're at this Mars type energy, which wants to go forward, but it might be a little more challenging to get these to happen. Where you're trying to create something, you might also be lacking motivation or drive, or like something keeps getting in your way of making that happen. So throughout this hard work that you're going to be going through, Aries, and wherever Aries is in your chart, you're going to mature this area. This is also building the new world. So continue doing the work and eventually you'll get the result. Saturn always says that. Whatever you do, you will get back. Okay. Now, as you can see, Mars is here. And Mars is in Aquarius, which is really forward thinking. It's driving us into the future. If you're not happy with the state of the world, then we need to come together and make the change and start at home in your communities. We can't really make change. Oh, we could bitch about it. We can complain about it. We could, be depressed about it, but essentially, you only have the power and the control of what you have in your life. This is your relationships, your home, and your community. So, what are you doing in your family, in your friendships, and in your community to make the world a better place? Are you being all inclusive? If you're so upset about, what's going on in the world, are you being inviting? Are you being forgiving? Are you being understanding? Or are you being isolating? And are you isolating others? Are you leaving people out? Or are you building the new world and finding ways not to be dependent on the system? Just like with any codependent relationship, right? So if you're in a codependent relationship with a narcissist, how you get out is to create dependence outside of them. So creating your own income, let's say, if you're dependent on them financially, that's how you get out of a relationship. So that's what that's what we're being asked. Like, if we're unhappy with the system, then we need to change it, and therefore we need to be independent of the system where we're not supporting it. They're not making money off of this. Like, hey, if it were my choice, I would completely go off grid, buy some property, and grow my own food and be completely independent from the system. Okay. The food has gotten bad here in the US. I'm not going to lie. I mean, my bananas that I buy at Costco sometimes never age. I'm just waiting for them to get ripe and they just stay forever plastic looking. I don't know what the deal is there, but it's really unnerving. I'll just throw it away. But yeah, so let's talk a little bit about Venus in Pisces. Venus is conjunct the North Node, the transiting North Node. This is a pretty fated, heart-opening transit. So when Venus is in Pisces, conjunct the destiny point, the collective might experience a karmic alignment with the focus of relationships, money, creativity, and values, spiritual values. Venus is exalted in Pisces because Pisces is about creativity. This is through music, arts, performative arts. Look at some of these performers. Music. Rappers are usually lyricists are usually Geminis, but behind the scenes and a production, making a movie, is usually Pisces, or the music is also Pisces. Yeah, because she Venus in Pisces operates at her highest octave here. So this isn't just romantic, but it's soulful. Now, these collective themes around this Venus and Pisces conjunct the North Node could be destiny through love and compassion. So the North Node represents evolution, karmic direction. Venus represents relationships, beauty, pleasure, and worth. And together in Pisces, we're evolving towards compassion over ego, forgiveness over resentment, spiritual love over transactional love, intuitive attraction, superficial connection. So expect to be meant to be feeling and connection. This is past life or karmic relationship themes, reunion or emotional closures, heightened empathy. So some relationships will deepen where others will dissolve if they lack soul alignment. A lot of soul contracts are ending. So this is why I'm saying there's going to be breakups, not only romantic, but friendships. Your contract is over. And sometimes it's a thank God I am moving on from this. There's could also be romantic idealism or illusion. So we want to be careful not to blur the boundaries, because it could be like rose-colored glasses. You could be projecting yourself romantically on someone, falling for potential rather than the reality. The financial decisions are made emotionally, or like escapism in love, or spending too much money. So we want to really be careful with that, because Pisces lacks boundaries, and Venus is our money and what we love, and our relationships, what we enjoy to do. So we could just be overspending in that area. We want maybe a desire. We could want and desire, same thing, is investing in art, healing, spirituality, reevaluating what truly feels meaningful, letting go of income streams that feel soulless, or feeling called to work aligned with purpose. This is a collective recalibration of worth. How to work with this transit would just be like, lead with compassion. Keep your boundaries. Love deeply, but don't rescue. Trust your intuition. Notice who feels calming and versus who feels chaotic. Art, music, design, spiritual rituals all thrive with Venus and Pisces. Heal old relationship patterns. If something resurfaces, it's karmic clearing. The signs that are going to be most impacted by this transit is going to be Pisces, Virgo, Gemini, Sagittarius, and anyone with these planets in earlier mid Pisces, especially activated in the 5th house, the 7th house, the 8th house, and the 12th house. We could be asking ourselves, what do I get from this? Whether that's relationship. What does my soul feel in this situation? And this transit could bring divine feelings of romance, divine endings. And yeah, so we also have a Mercury in Pisces as well. And Pisces is going to be going retrograde. Let me give you the date for that. Mercury is going retrograde around February 25th. What to expect when Mercury is going retrograde in the sign of Pisces? We definitely want to look at what house this is affecting in our charts. And this is the old way of communicating is ending. We are being asked to let go and accept the old world is gone. And our old identity and our old life is gone. And we're allowing for this exciting new identity, this new world and new life to be born. We're in between. And this eclipse is going to really help accelerate what our new lives are looking like. We're getting little tidbit taste bites. But this is a fated mental and spiritual reset moment for the collective. Mercury in Pisces, and it's very close to the North Node. We're just being pulled towards this new karmic story. And it's around intuition, surrender, and how we move about our daily lives. Pisces deepens it. So it's asking us to review how we think, speak, and spiritually process the reality. Destiny through intuition. Pisces is not logical. It's symbolic, it's emotional, and it's psychic. And the North Node this is where we're evolving. So collectively, we're being guided towards trusting our intuition over rigid facts, listening to subtle cues, healing miscommunication patterns, and letting go of hyper control thinking. We may notice our dreams being very vivid. We could notice synchronicities popping up all over the place, and emotional conversations that feel karmic, and people from the past resurfacing for closure. So this is a collective spiritual reorientation. Um, the Pisces dissolves illusion, and Mercury is the media, the speech, information. So we can expect like confusion in the news or public messaging, hidden truths resurfacing, spiritual and artistic movements gaining traction. But I mean, with all this AI, we're having a really hard time separating what is real and what is fake. Um, Information can be correct and still be given through AI videos, okay? But are people manipulating videos with different people's faces and voices? It could happen so easily now, so we really want to, I think it's the end of the news. And you know what, to be honest with you, I never liked the news. I never subscribed to the news, but that is gone. It's bias, and it creates separation and tension in the collective. I'm just not for it. Like, if you love the news, that's great, but like, you're feeding an old world. You're feeding negativity, and they only pump negativity because you watch it. So it's actually just a vicious cycle. Like, if you don't watch the news, you're not subscribing to it. They're looking at who watches it, because as you watch these programs, their revenue goes up. So pretty much you're just feeding into the negativity, because the more you watch the negativity, then they're reinforced by profit, and then they'll continue to pump it out. Now, if they started switching their view, let's say if we stopped watching it and we only watch if it was like more like positive news, like praising, like, look at what this group did for this group, and we reinforced it, like, the news would change completely. And so it's, as a collective, we need to be making the change. Yeah, if you want negativity to continue and separation to continue, then keep reinforcing the separation. And that is not only with the news, but it's with the polarity of political, like red team, blue team. Like, that's just got to stop. Like, are we barbaric? Are we just like not thinking anymore? Like, when you fuel the hate, you just fuel the separation, and you give the people that are the elitist sickos all the power. And these sickos are now coming out as real sickos, right? With all the Epstein file stuff that's going on. So, yeah, when I was hearing like these elitists were like sacrificing babies and like blood and stuff and eating children, like, I thought that was just like crazy talk, but it's actually, showing itself to be very accurate. So there's some sick, twisted people in the world, and they're running the world through separation, hate. And so, yeah, we should all come together and make the change. And with all the newer generations, I think that they've been told like their vote won't count if they don't vote blue or red. I know that's what I was told. And I think that's going to change. I say vote for who you think would be the best fit. So we have, as you can see, we have most of the energy in Aquarius. We have a lot of energy in Pisces, and we have a lot of energy in Aries. So this really is focused on unexpected endings, because that's very Aquarius, future plans, which is Aquarius, and planning a future that aligns with our new vision for our life. And that's very Aries. Like, we are releasing an old identity and an old life, and naturally our future plans will change. So there is a lot of shifts, and there is going to be fast, accelerated changes in our lives during this eclipse portal. So Ready or not, here it comes. And I'm going to exit out of here and let's pull some cards and get some clarity. I could I can go through the zodiac really quickly if that's what you want. So if this is Aquarius, if you're a rising Aquarius and this new moon solar eclipse is happening in your first house, you're getting ready for a new identity. You are changing your looks. You could be changing your hair. It could be changing your career, or maybe you've already changed your career or something, and you're ready for a brand new start, a brand new look. It's physically changing. You're physically changing, and you're gonna have this big transformation happen. If you are a Capricorn rising, most likely this is happening in your second house of finances. And so I'm super excited. I know you guys have been really focused on and really desiring stability in your finances and your money house. And so now is the time to start applying. If you're not happy where you are, shoot high in the sky and start applying for jobs or anything like that. You're going to have some new beginnings in that house of money and finances. And maybe something will come up where you could have go back to school. Yeah, go back to school, or you can study abroad or something like that. Foreign travel, that could be up, being highlighted too in the next couple weeks. If you're a rising Sagittarius, this is happening in your third house. So you could be moving, you could be changing how you navigate your daily routines, your everyday. A sibling, a cousin could be having huge new beginnings, whether they had a baby or they bought a house, or or you just being supportive in any kind of way towards them. But it could be, even if you're a writer, maybe you're launching something like a podcast or a book, or you're launching something maybe, or it's a good time to launch something that has to do with communication. Really be careful though with your communication, because Sagittarius could be a little rash, and they could say things before really thinking it through. There is going to be a big shift in your career too. So it could be a completion or an ending. You might be getting let go, or moving to a different department, or getting a raise. Who knows? But something is in the works. Scorpio, this is happening in your fourth house of home. So it could be a move. Someone could be moving in. Eclipses, maybe someone had left already or passed away in your family, and so there's this brand new beginning in the area of your home. Scorpios have been going through a lot of home life stuff where the focus is on the family and the home, whether that is fixing up your home, revamping your home, remodeling, rearranging, all that stuff. The focus has been pretty much on your home, and you could be having some shifts in your communities, groups, and networks as well. Could be friendships coming to an end, or highlights, stuff like that. So if you're moving, then yeah, that would naturally, you would end up meeting new friends wherever you moved. Libra, this is happening in your fifth house of creativity, love, romance, could even be children. So big changes in your child's life. Maybe they're graduating high school. Maybe they're going off to college. Maybe they're pregnant. Or you have something birthing as far as a creative project, or even a new romantic spark or love. So just be careful not to have those rose-colored glasses on. It's hard when you meet someone within an eclipse, because it's just so unstable. So you won't know until like some time has gone on. Virgo, this is happening in your 6th house of work. So it could be that you are having some new work come in, maybe some health. Maybe you're really ready to get on that health regimen and you're ready for that new daily routine, that new daily ritual. So focus on that for sure. Leos, this is happening in your 7th house of business partnership, relationship, marriage partnerships. So there is a new beginning in this area of your life. So it could be that you meet some new business partners, you have new clients come in, you have a romantic person come into your life that you will eventually have a future with. And yeah, so make sure that you're cleaning house. Like if you're in a relationship that isn't serving you, get out now so you can make room for that new love and that new relationship and potentially a marriage partner. And if you're a rising Cancer, this is happening in your 8th house. So the 8th house is about shared resources, inheritance, shared resources through, it's just like money's coming from either family or windfalls, or you're just going through like a transformation that is something new is transforming. And it could be if you are, maybe you're married, maybe you just got married and now you're joining your resources. Maybe you bought a house or something and now the house is in both you and your spouse's name. It could be that you met someone that is financially going to take care of you. There is a lot here to unfold. And I think just more stuff will come up. It could just be like a passionate new love affair. All right. Next is the rising Geminis. Rising Geminis, this is happening in your 9th house of overseas travel, a guru. You might meet someone that is going to help guide you on your path to success. It could be booking a overseas travel. It could be that you're starting a new class or schooling, or you're learning something new through these new relationships or partnerships. Rising Taurus, this is happening in your 10th house of career and legacy. So there could be some new shifts happening for you, new clients, new work. If you've been applying, most likely you will get the job. If you're having an interview, most likely during this eclipse portal, you are being put on your path. Whatever you have been working hard for, you will be getting back. If you are a rising Aries, this is happening in your 11th house of friendships. So you are having some huge changes in your groups, friendships, networks, and future plans. Maybe you're getting engaged. Maybe you are meeting a new group of people that really like change your life in big ways. If you're rising Pisces, this is happening in your 12th house. So there could be some things shifting for you behind the scenes in your unconscious. It's very hidden, the things that are starting with you. It could just be that you are ready to release anything that's no longer serving you, whether that is an addiction, a relationship, or you know what? Just now's the time to start charting your dreams too, because you're going to have some wild dreams. You have a lot going on. Mars is even transiting your 12th house. That could be just like sleepless nights, nightmares. The universe is definitely showing you what's in your unconscious. And so there's going to be a lot of new beginnings for you on a mental level. So if you just felt like you're just moving through a lot of hard energy in the in the underworld and your unconscious, that it's definitely going to be coming to the surface. And when it does, it's nice because then you could release it and you can heal through it. So I hope that helps you guys. Let's pull some cards. I think I'm going to do the Divine Circus Oracle. I'll do some end with some tarot. Oh, ah, ah, oh. Um, Harley Quinn, Dark Harley Quinn. We pulled card 27. 27, 27. Okay, bells are ringing from deep inside. Something that once had to hide is seeking your attraction. It wants out. It wants to be free. As you release what was once shut away, your discomfort shall turn to glee. You are a spiritual adventurer. You are not afraid to go to the edge of what you know, of who you have believed yourself to be. Even when before you were, before you, there lies the darkest of the unknown worlds of undiscovered parts of you. Even when you feel uncertainty, discomfort, or doubt, you're still willing to figure out what it's all about. This fine and fierce attitude gives you a special kind of grace, the grace to discover that you are living wild, divinely free, and empowered force to be reckoned with in this world. That discovery sets you free from fear and unleashes you upon a path of loving wild creations and joyful abandon. So you have come to a place in you and in your life where you don't know what's happening, and you don't know how to work through it. You don't know who you are, and you don't know what you don't know. You are at the point of not knowing because you're growing. There will be surprises, there will be discoveries. You'll feel awkward at times, like you're trying to see in the dark. You'll wonder if you are supposed to be so confused, and if you are supposed to feel like you aren't sure who you are anymore, or even if the things that once made sense in your life are supposed to seem so fragile, as though life once thought rock solid actually turns out to be a house of cards. The answer, of course, is yes. Yes, it's a royalty driven mess. Don't be afraid to let there be some inner rattlings and rampagings. The Dark Harley Quinn card comes to you at a time when you are naturally diving into the darkness for a healing purpose. So ask the difficult question. Do things that you wouldn't normally do, experiment with, thinking in ways that you wouldn't normally think. Be willing to let everything change for the better by first letting go of how things are now. The messier your inner world seems to be right now, the more that you can expect complete and utter transformation as a new order comes into form. Expect the unexpected, for you were born to grow into what is happening now. It's time to let the wild thing within out. So the healing trick for this card is the magnificent me, once concealed in light and love, is now revealed. I love that. That's a really good one because, yes, we are all changing. Yes, our identities are changing because a lot of us are switching our careers, switching our jobs, getting laid off, getting new jobs. Like the world is changing. And with the world changing, so do we, because we are a part of this world. I'm going to go ahead and pick a from this. Whoop, there it is. Whoop, there it is. Knowing. Within you resides great treasures, vast reserves of strength, courage, wisdom, compassion, and love. Once your heart and acknowledge your treasures that live within, for this calls forth infinite treasures from out there. You have so much worth. Listen to the whispers from your heart. For maybe it's time to create the life that your soul has been nudging you towards. Become aware and sense your body. Connect deeply with your breath, with your breathing. Imagine you become your breath as it moves into its own natural rhythm. Allow thoughts to float by in your mind. There is no need to connect to them. Just feel all being as it is. Open your heart and feel into the very being of you. Move through your day and night in the presence of your knowing. Love that. And we'll close with some tarot. Let's see what we got here. Queen of Cups. Love that. Let's see what else we got. Whoop. Ooh, the Death card. Okay, any more clarifiers? King of Cups. Death card. Anything else? So there is some transformation here in our emotions. The Queen of Cups, she really knows what she wants emotionally. She's got an emotional foundation to her. This is an ending of feeling a certain way too, I feel. And we got the Ten of Pentacles too. And this is about like the Ten of Pentacles is I share my wealth and prosperity, fulfillment, sharing and stability. So this is let's look at the Queen of Cups real quick. I always like looking into the book that it comes with. But like intuitively it just says that like that we're letting go of things that don't really match us, like emotionally. And we're taking charge of our emotions. Like we're just getting rid of the people that just don't serve us anymore. There is a transformation and a death happening in our life. Like we're all changing, and those changes are going to create a lot of abundance, because once we get negative people out of our lives, like the abundance just flows in. It's like they block your abundance, like when you have something negative in your life. And with that abundance, you're going to be able to give so much more to the people that deserve it. Like not only money, but in like energy. Like you're going to be giving a lot of emotion and energy into people that deserve it and into your communities. You'll have more time for people that actually want to give back. So this is intuition. Like we definitely want to listen to our intuition and our inner wisdom, like for all these moves that are happening. Now the death card is a major arcana. And so this is about the beginning, the new path right here. This is the rebirth, ending, beginning, major shift, and closing a chapter. So we are experiencing a lot of endings, okay? in some area of our life, especially with these new eclipses. Now, this eclipse is the first one in its sign of Aquarius and Leo since like, I think 2017. And we had the same set of eclipses in 2008. So 2008, what was happening for you? 2016, 17, what was happening for you? And very similar themes are happening for these next eclipses for the next 18-month cycle. So with that being said, thank you for joining, liking, and sharing. Please come join me in our community for the next Paint and Sip. I think we're gonna do it the Saturday, one of the last Saturdays in March. Yeah, March 28th will be the next Paint and Sip. And if you would like to work with me as a coach, you can head over to my website, LUCIDLIVINGMOVEMENT.com. And also, if you would like to book a reading, I do natal chart readings, transit readings, progressive readings. If you have a birthday coming up, I do solar return chart readings to kind of like give you the outlook on what your solar year is going to look like. And yeah, what you're evolving to with the progressions, the progress charts. So yeah, I hope to see you at the next Paint and Sip, and I'll see you definitely on the next video. Peace out, your Lucid Living Coach, Karina.